Hey guys, it's Zoe. Today I'm going to be doing the bookshelf book tag, and I was tagged by Abby from Autumn of Pelennor. The original tag is by... I don't remember right now. I'm gonna check. The original tag is by Serena from A Wandering Mind, which I will leave linked down below, as well as Abby's channel. The language from the last video, was it the last video? No, it was the last language I did, which was probably like 2 videos ago, was Latin. I think most of you got that right. Those of you who got it wrong guessed one of the languages that is derived from Latin, so close enough. The language for today is going to be so highly embarrassing. I cannot even fathom how ridiculous I'm gonna sound, so let's just have at it. Why do I enjoy embarrassing myself so much? I don't know. I blame my mother. It's her fault. I am not 100% sure about the sentence structure here. I'm actually like negative 100% sure about the sentence structure here, so please help me. This is gonna be rough. Okay, today's language is ni hao. I already forget the rest of the sentence. Let's check. Chin chen shi Shin Chi San. Ni hao shi chen Jin Shi Sang. I don't know. Jin Qian Shi Jing Shi Sang. Oh boy. If you haven't guessed by now, I have never spoken this language in my life. I kind of know how it should sound, but I can't make my mouth make those sounds. So we're just gonna move on to the book tag. And like I said, please help me. I would really like to know how to actually pronounce this and see if I can make my mouth make these sounds. I don't have high hopes, but I would like to try. Now that that's out of the way, where the hell did I put my paper? It's over there. My handy dandy paper with all of the questions, because I had to write it down and figure out what I was gonna say before I actually started, because sometimes that helps, so we'll see. The first question is, how many bookshelves do you have? I have 8 bookshelves. I have 3 here, and then I have 4 over there, and then an extra one over here. They're all the IKEA Billy bookshelves. These 3 are the full-size wide ones. The 2 in the corner over there and the one over here are the full-size skinny ones, and where the TV is the not full-size, half-size wide ones. I really don't know if anything I just said made sense, so we're just gonna move on. The second question is, how many books are on your bookshelves, or how many books do you think you have? I have an app where it's basically like a book catalog where I have all of my books, and that is basically what's on Goodreads. But at last count, the books on there, plus all of the books on my TBR that I haven't added into that yet, is around 807. Although I think my mother has some of my books and my brother has 1 or 2 for sure. Jonathan, if you see this, I would like that damn book back. What the hell is it called? I Am Number 4. Is it The Power of 6 is the second one? You still have that. And you have my dust jacket from when did you get that? I was in grade 11. It's been like 10 years, man. Come on. Please, I would like it back. Thank you. When you give that to me, I will read your Iron Druid Chronicles thing by Kevin Hearn. This one. I am not going to read this until you give me my books back, okay? Shots fired. Anyways, now that that's over with, I think it's definitely over 800, including all of my textbooks, which I count because I've read all of them. I mean, I didn't want to read them, but I read them. Question number 3 is, how do you organize your books? I always used to organize my books alphabetically by author's last name, because that's how I remembered my books the easiest, and it just worked for me. And then in October, I think it was, right around the time I started my Bookstagram account, I decided to get real crazy and organize my books by genre. And it hasn't changed since then. I organize it by genre now. It hurts. It really hurts to not have it organized alphabetically, but within the genre is not alphabetically right now. Really, my fantasy shelves are the only ones that are somewhat organized, and it's by completed series, then series that I have that aren't completed but I have at least 2 books, and then series that aren't completed that I only have 1 book, and then standalones. One day I will go through and organize them alphabetically within everything. Oh, the classics as well are organized by country that the author was born in. So that's a little bit organized. Contemporary is just kind of by size right now. It's an exercise in letting go of control because I've always done it the same way and I always needed it the same way. So now we're just getting crazy. Honestly, I'm kind of lazy too and I really don't want to do that. I should have done it when I was putting all the books on the new shelves, but I didn't. What's this hair doing? With that really long-winded answer, what is the next question? That was number 3. Number 4 comes after number 3. Wow. I'm learning. Number 4, what is the oldest book on your bookshelf? This question could be interpreted in a couple of different ways. I think in the original video, she did the oldest book that she actually has, so in her own personal life, the oldest book, but I grabbed every one that it could be interpreted in every which way. So for the oldest physical book that I have, like this book has been in the world the longest, this actual physical copy, none of this is gonna make sense. And I'm kind of stuffy right now, so let's just go with it. Oh, no. Ooh. Oh, that's fine. My computer's right there and it almost just fell. I'm sorry, baby. I love you. Don't freak out on me. What was I saying? Ah, yes. The oldest actual book that went through a printing press is probably one of these ones. Where are they? Actually, Ozma of Oz. Do I have Ozma? Probably this one. Okay, probably this one, Ozma of Oz by L. Frank Baum. This was probably from the 1930s, maybe early 1940s. And this is the 3rd Wizard of Oz book. Wow, that was hard. I have 7 of these copies, but this one is the actual 3rd story that L. Frank Baum wrote. So I'm gonna assume this one is probably the oldest. I know it's not a first edition because I looked it up when I bought these. And the publisher here, can you see that? Is that in focus? Probably not, because why would it be? This publisher is the Riley and Lee Company in Chicago, and I think in the first editions, the publisher's name was a little bit different, so, oh, that smells old. Okay, I love it, but I hate it. This is probably, like I said, from the 1930s, maybe early 1940s. The oldest book that I purchased myself, really my mother purchased it for me because I was 7 years old when I got this book. I don't know if there are any from when I was that age that I still have because my mother gave away all of my books from when I was a kid because I outgrew them. I didn't know you could do that, but okay. So I think this is the last one that I have from that time, and our relationship would not have turned out this way it has thus far if she gave away these books. The oldest physical book that I own, no, that's not the way I want to put it. I don't know. This book is, where is it? Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Yes, this is the 2nd book, but when I was in grade 3, at the ripe young age of 7, my teacher started reading the Harry Potter books to us, and I didn't go out and actually buy a copy to read along until we started the Chamber of Secrets. No, we were about halfway through Philosopher's Stone, and I couldn't resist, and I had to go out and buy the other one so I could read ahead, because I had no self-control back then either. Sensing a trend here. So yeah, I got this in 2001. 2001? Grade 3 was 01 to 02. Yeah, and I turned 8 in October of that year. So I would have been 7, maybe 8 when I got this. I mathed. I'm so proud of myself. The other way this could have been interpreted is the oldest book that was ever released. It's not a really old copy of the book and I haven't had it for most of my life, but it's been out in the world for a very long time. This one is a toss-up between 2 because nobody really knows when they were written. Probably sometime around the 8th century BC, but specific dates are not, nobody knows. Maybe one day, maybe somebody does know and I'm just wrong. Who knows? These 2 are somewhere over there and I must go find them. This one or this one? Okay. This could possibly be the Odyssey of Homer, or if, you know, deductive reasoning, Homer's Iliad. I don't know. I've had these for a very long time. I think I read this in grade 4, but Homer lived, I think, sometime between the 12th century and 8th century BC. They can't really pinpoint it, so these were written sometime around then. So they are the oldest actual books, not the physical copy, and I haven't owned them for a long time. Well, that long. But they were written the longest time ago. Why does that sound like it doesn't make sense? Whatever. They're old. That's all we know. The next question, naturally following the oldest book, is the newest book on your bookshelf. This one is a little bit tricky because the last time I bought books, I did not exercise self-control. It was a 30% off event, so naturally I bought 18 books. It was a lot of money. I spent a lot of money. Probably too much, but I had to because books. So I don't remember which one was the actual last one that I grabbed or was technically like the last one that was rung through. I don't know, words are hard. Not feeling the greatest, so like my brain doesn't work. However, the last one that I put on my shelf, I might go with that one, is, where'd it go? Oh, okay. The Golden Bough. Wow, I'm really close again. Cool. Hi. The Golden Bough by James E. Fraser. And I think that's Fraser and not Fraser because it's it. I thought I was done with buying Oxford Classics because I finished my last class and I'm done university, but research calls. The book that I'm working on has a very, very strong basis in superstition, so this book is going to teach me something about superstitions. I mean, I hope it'll teach me something about superstitions and it won't be just a waste of time because this thing is well over 800 pages long. So I'm gonna be a little upset if I've read 800 pages and learned nothing and turned out to be a great waste of time. The newest book could also be interpreted as the one that was released the most recently, and I don't know. Let's check. Oh, Baby Groot! I'm sorry, Baby Groot. April 24th, and then this one was Starlight. Maybe. Actually, oh boy, okay. Whew. That was a struggle. I think this is the one that I have that was actually published most recently, maybe. However, I don't really feel like going through all of the new releases I've bought, and I don't really feel like remembering all of that, so we're just gonna say this one is the newest published book. Yeah, that didn't work. Next question. What is the longest book on your bookshelf? I know. A Dance with Dragons by George R.R. Martin. This one is like, it's heavy. It's gotta be a couple pounds. Oh my god, that's heavy. This one is 1,016 pages long. However, this is the longest single story book that I have. I have several textbooks that are well over 1,000 pages. I don't know if I would count the actual longest book that I have because it's not just one book. The real longest one is down here. This one. That's the real longest book that I have, and it's over 3,000 pages long. It's actual, like, Bible paper, like that's tissue paper that they printed this on. This is everything Shakespeare has ever written. So I don't know if I would count this. I mean, I would, but I wouldn't, but I would, but I wouldn't. So we're just gonna move on to the next question. Oh. Okay, I'm cool, I fell. After the longest book comes, what is the shortest book on your bookshelf? Why did I say it like that? What is the shortest book on your bookshelf? Also a toss-up. Oh yeah. The actual shortest book I have is only like 7 pages things long, and it's the Pop-Up Gallery of Curiosities. Is that what this is actually called? Yes, a Pop-Up Gallery of Curiosities, and it's actually a pop-up. That didn't go nice. Hey, it's a pop-up. So this is only like 7 pop-ups long. So it's really the shortest one, but does that really count? Probably not. So the actual shortest book I have is this one. I Am That Woman by Vanessa Shields, which is poetry. So does that even count? I don't know. It's probably The Light Princess then. Yeah. Or this one. No. I would go with either The Light Princess by George MacDonald, there's too many books in my hand, or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Roald Dahl. Probably this one because it's not that long and illustrations. This one has illustrations as well, so who the hell knows? Really? Who knows? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Anyways, then I thought it'd be a bit cheeky. This is actually the shortest book because it's tiny. But then I was wrong. If I'm being cheeky, these are the shortest books I have because they're tiny. They're not even the size of my face. I think I need a nap. We're just gonna move on to the next question. What is the most predominant genre on your bookshelf? This one hurts to actually acknowledge it. However, okay, bye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. Technically, it's not my favorite, but the genre I own the most of is contemporary, just because I fly through those, and I went through a phase where I really like contemporary. I still love it, but it's not my favorite at the moment. But I have actually like 6.5 shelves of contemporary and 6 of fantasy. So right now, actually, no, that's false because I'm not counting my TBR, which is mostly fantasy. So the genre I actually own the most of is fantasy. Would you look at that? I don't even know my own bookshelves. Have you done a bookshelf tour? I've done 2 bookshelf tours. Runny nose. This is not good. I did a bookshelf tour at the end of 2017, and then like a week and a half ago, I did another one. A week and a half, 2 weeks. I don't even know anymore, probably like a week and a half ago, because I got new bookshelves. I don't want to do another one for several long months at the very least, because they take forever to film. And by forever, I mean upwards of 6 hours. I would not like to dedicate that time to that for a long time. Go on a random number generator and talk about the book that corresponds with that number. I did this earlier. The range was from 1 to 807, because I know I have 807 here, and the number was 616. So yes, I actually went and counted 616 books, starting from the top corner over there and then down and around, and I probably could have ended up at 10 different books depending on how I actually went and counted things, but the way I did it, I ended up on... Where did the book go? It's over there for some reason, God knows. The Bad Beginning by Lemony Snicket. This book. Well, I remember reading some of these when I was younger. I didn't finish them. I finished them, like I actually went through and bought all of them and finished them in the fall of last year, I think. Don't quote me on that because I don't even know anymore. I loved the entire series up until like the last chapter of the last book. I was so angry with that ending. Was anything resolved? No. I mean, that's like a mild spoiler, but I am too angry about it to care. I'm still too angry about it. I am forever salty about that series. It was so good. And then nothing. And it just left me hanging. How could you? How could you? Little did I know that The Bad Beginning was not just for the Baudelaires, but for myself as well. I don't even know. I can't. I am distraught. I am in the depths of despair when I think about this. We're gonna move on to the next question before I start crying. Do you have fan merch or any other decorations on your bookshelves? I have some. They're not all on the bookshelves because most of my fan merch and whatnot is clothing or something like that. I have a blanket, I have lots of scarves, I have lots of shirts, I have a couple beanies. Oh, the neighbor's out, hi. And then I have several Harry Potter Funkos, I have a Slytherin patch, I have, where did those go? I don't know where they, right here, found them. Haven't put them up yet. I'm a Slitherpuff, so I have my pendants for Slytherin and Hufflepuff. I have Draco and Hermione's wand. I have a chocolate frog. I don't know if I said that already. I have some other random couple things that I've gotten in subscription boxes. Do I have enough? No. Will I ever have enough? No. Which brings us to the next question. That's not really a question, more of a demand, really. Tell me how to live my life. Is show us your bookshelf. Surprise. kidding. Ignore the boxes down in the left corner. This is the view we have from the couch. Of course, I would want to put the TV in the middle of my books so everyone could look at them all the time, because why not? And then moving over from here, no, that's not what I want to do. Moving from here to the right, I have, what are you doing? Thank you. More shelves. Ooh, hi Shadow. These shelves are the big ones that I had before. There's the computer that almost fell. Awesome. And then, let's not get dark right now. This is my never-ending TBR shelf. So those are my bookshelves. They are, like I mentioned before, not as organized as I would like them to be, but everything is up so I can shuffle as need be when I have time, and who am I kidding? I always have time when I have the motivation. And the last thing on this tag is to tag someone. So I am going to tag any of you who want to do this because I can. So anybody who wants to do this tag, feel free and let me know if you do this tag. And that brings us to the end of the bookshelf book tag. I haven't done a tag video in a while. I think I might do some more. I like doing these. They're fun. We'll see. If you guys have a tag video that you would like to see me do or you think I would enjoy doing, definitely leave those down below in the comments and I will try to get to them as soon as I can. As always, to stay updated with my current reads and how I'm feeling about them, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads, all at You're a Book Nerd Zoe, which I will leave linked down below in the description box. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope you all have a wonderful day and get at least a little bit of uninterrupted reading time. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!